Hey friends, let's do You're in Love guitar lesson by Ratt. I'll talk you through all the guitar parts and do the solo at the end, all with on-screen tab to make it easier to follow along. And we're in drop G tuning, so just tune your top E string down a tone and the rest stays the same. Let's make a start. I'll play the intro, then we'll break it down. So we're just starting on a D power chord, play it once, do 2 palm mutes on the open E string, play it again, then do 4 palm mutes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then come up to the E power chord, play that once, 2 palm mutes, back to the C power chord, and 4 palm mutes on the open E again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then come back to the D power chord, once, 2 palm mutes on the open E, again, and then 4 palm mutes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then come back to A, play that as a power chord, 2 palm mutes. Now play the C power chord. Then we're going to add in the sus4 here. So we play the C, and then we play 5 on the D, G and B string, hammer onto the 6 on the B, pull off back to the 5, and then play the 5s on the D, G and B again. So we have, and that's our intro there. Let me do it slowly. And that's our intro riff. Then we have what we call our verse or our chorus. Let me do that for you. So we're starting out exactly the same as we did for the intro. D, 2 palm mutes, D again, 4 palm mutes, 2, 3, 4. E, 2 palm mutes, back to C, 4 palm mutes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the D, 2 palm mutes, D again, 4 palm mutes. To A, 2 palm mutes, this time hold the C. Then we're coming back to a B flat. We're going to play it once, do 2 palm mutes, this time on the 1st fret on the A string. So 1, 2 palm mutes, 1, 2 palm mutes, 1, 1 palm mute, and then come up to 1 and 5 on the D and the G there. Play that once and do 3 palm mutes, 1, 2, 3, and then just come up to the C and play that 2 times. And then we just go back to that intro riff and play that exactly the same for the little solo part. So let me do that slowly for you. And straight back to that intro riff there. Now there's also a second guitar coming in over the top of it. It's just playing a D and sliding back. 2 Ds. And then on the You're in Love part, we're just playing the C 2 times. And that's our verse or our chorus. So it's a verse that goes into the chorus there. Now let's have a look at that little solo riff as well. Before we go on, if you're enjoying the lesson, please like and subscribe and say good day in the comments. We have new songs and lessons every week. You can also make a small donation on my Patreon page to help keep the channel going, and there's a link in the description, and that'd be fantastic. So let's get back into it. So we're bending on the 13B, holding 10E. Then just move up 2 frets, do the same thing. Then move back to 11B, 8 on the E. Come back to 13 and 10 on the E, 13 on the B, do the bend again. Then we're doing this little run, 10E to the B, 13, 10 to the G, 12. Then go back to the B, do 10, hammer onto 13, pull off to 10. Back to the G, 12, 11, 12, 11, 10, and then do a pinched harmonic on the 11th fret and do a bend there on the G. And that's our little solo fill. Play the next part for you. this next part we just play the intro riff, and that stays exactly the same, and then we go to our verse riff. Now the only change here is the end part. When we go to the A, we play the A, 2 palm mutes on the open E, come up to the C, do our little sus4 again, so we're going to play 5 and 5 on G and B, hammer onto 6, pull off the 5 on the B, come back to the B flat, we're going to play off, mute, mute, off, mute, mute, off, mute, then come up to the 1 on the A, 5 on the D and the G, 1 mute, and then up to the C 2 times. So that little part. Then we're going back to the D, the palm mutes 2 times, D again, palm mutes 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the E, 2 palm mutes, to the C, 2 palm mutes, and then play C again, 1 palm mute, then go back and we do the A flat, the B flat again there. So off, mute, mute, off, mute, mute, off, the 1, 5 and 5, off, mute, up to the C 2 times, back to our 7, or our D there, 5, 7 and 7. Then come up to our E again, once, 2 palm mutes, C, and then do 3 palm mutes there, 1, 2, 3. And that's our second verse and our chorus there. Then we have our bridge, let me play that for you, then we'll break it down. So for our bridge, we're just playing this G sliding up to the A, so we have 5 on the D, 7 on the G and 8 on the B, and just slide up 2 frets, 2 palm mutes on the open A, and then play the 7, 9 and 10 again and slide back and do that 4 times. Then to finish off, we just do this little chromatic run, C power chord, C sharp power chord, and then we're going straight back into our intro riff again there, and we have that same little solo there. Now let's have a look at the next part. Then after the intro riff again with the little solo fill, we go back to the second verse, which we did just before, do that exactly the same into the chorus, which is the same, back to the bridge, which is exactly the same. And then right before the solo we have this riff one more time, let me play that again. So it's just the intro riff again, except we just hold that C at the end, and then we have our solo, and we'll do that at the end. Let's do the solo rhythm first. So we're just continuing the riff we just did. We do that 2 times. So do that 2 times, and then we go back to the B flat again. This time play it once, and we're just palm muting the whole bar there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and come up to our 1 and 5, play mute, mute, up to our C 2 times, back to our D riff again, E, C, 3, 4, then do the B flat again the same way we did it in the verse. And back to our D riff again, to E and back to our C there. And that's our solo rhythm there, and we'll do our solo at the end. Now the next bridge changes slightly, so we do that for you. So we're just doing the previous bridge the same, but this time do it 7 times, so exactly the same. Now do that 7 times. To finish off, we go to the A power chord, B power chord, C power chord, and then back to A, C and C sharp. So, and then we're back into our riff again. So let me play that final riff for you. So it's our riff exactly the same. We've got the D, up to the E, to the C, back to the D. Now the only change here is we do the A, 2 palm mutes, and then play the C power chord twice. And then we just keep repeating that all the way through to the end, and we have our little solo fill over that, the same as our other solo fills there. Now let's have a look at the solo. Let me play that for you, then we'll break it down. So we're starting with a bend on the 20th fret on the E string, then just play 20, and then play 17 on the E, 19 on the B, come back to the E, 20, pull off to 17, slide back to 14, 15 on the B, back to the E, 17, pull off to 14, slide back to 10, play 13 on the B, and then back to the E, 14, pull off to 10, B, 13, 10, G, 12, to 10 on the B, back to 11 on the G there. Then we're coming back down the neck, we're going to play 7 on D, 5 on the G, do a bend on 7 on the G, then jump to the B string, 5, hammer onto 6, and then 7 on the G. Then we're going to do this little palm muting bit, we're going to do 7, pull off to 5 on the G, back to 7 on the D, and do that again. So play 5 on the G. Then from there we're just going to release a bend. So start with the bend up on the 5th fret G, do a pinched harmonic and let it come back down. Then we do 7, pull off to 5 on the G, play 7, and then 5, hammer onto 7, to B, 6, pull off to 5, and back to 7 there. So then we're doing a bend on 13B. Then we're going to play 13, pull off to 10 on the B, 12 on the G, and do that again. So 10 on the B, 12 on the G, pull off to 10, 12 on the D, come back to the G, 12, pull off to 10, D, 12, pull off to 10, A, 12, pull off to 10, slide back to 8, hammer onto 10, slide up to 12 there. And to finish that little lick off, we're going to have 10, hammer onto 12, slide back to 8 on the D. Then we've got this quick little run here. We're staying on the D string. We're going to have 8, hammer onto 10, pull off to 8. Go back to A, 8, 10, to D, 7, hammer onto 8, hammer onto 10, pull off to 7, hammer onto 8, hammer onto 10, and slide up to 12. And then play 10 on the G, back to 12 on the D. We're doing 2 bends on 10 on the B, then just play 10. Then to the G string, 12, 11, 12, then play the 12 again and slide back to 7. So that's a quick slide back there. Then we have 11 on the B, do 11, hammer onto 13, pull off to 11, slide back to 10. 12 on the G, come back to the B, 10, 11, 13, E, 10, 12, back to B, 13, back to E, 10, 12, 13. Then we're going to slide up from the 13 up to 17 and do a bend, play 17, and then jump to the B string, 20, 19, play 19, hammer onto 20, pull off to 19. play 19 again and then do a bend on 20E. And that's our solo there. And they're all the parts to the song. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your In Love guitar lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.